Wuddwek TV.
You go outside.
Hey guys, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button. Okay, so it's another episode of Wuddwek TV, and I'm pretty sure you missed me. I can see that on all your faces. My name is Nhyira Debrah, and I'm going to be your host for today's episode. So as usual, we have exciting, entertaining, and fun segments to keep you watching Wuddwek TV. And we have the Shock Me segment. We have My Mind, we have Rap Pill Cypher, and on My Mind, we have a very interesting topic today. So we'll come back after this break and we'll get talking.
Yep, people of God, you know who this is. This is your boy Perez Music, and you're watching Wuddwek TV. You can watch some.
Wuddwek TV.
You can watch some.
So if you just joined us, this is Wuddwek TV, and right about now I've been joined in the studios with Kojo Wade, and today we're going to hear and ask and know more about him. So Kojo Wade, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So I really want to know more about you. I'm sure my audience also want to know more about you. So who is Kojo Wade?
Kojo Wade is just a normal boy, and I just started the music ministry, and actually it was there, but it had to go through a process to come out. So until it came out, he's Kojo Wade.
So when exactly did you start doing music?
Okay, I sing though at church, but I didn't intend going out with it, just indoors with it.
So there was no point in your life in school when you decided to sing, because you said you started singing in church and all that.
Yes, in school I used to, but it wasn't because I was the entertainment prefect. So by then it was secular. But I got to a time, Charlie, if I move, science student, if I move. So we had to do that, and I just relaxed.
Okay.
But whilst I was relaxed, I was working on myself. And I was like, you see, the ministry is with the voice of God. So until we have heard it from God, we don't just do anything. Yes.
So what's the title of the song? Your new
Favor
song?
Me.
Favor Me.
Yes.
Featuring?
Nhyira.
So why Nhyira? I'm sure there are lots of artists you could have featured. So why Nhyira?
Nhyira because he's my godfather in music.
Oh, really?
Yes, and
wow.
I've looked up to him for a while, and we've worked closely too. So I felt, why not? He's my motivation.
So besides music, what else do you do? Do you school? Do you work?
Yes, I work.
Okay.
I do graphic designing.
Wow.
I go to teach for part-time ICT class.
Okay.
And I'm into ministry too. So I'm understudying my father, the Reverend David, and he's the one mentoring me in ministry. So
okay.
So that is what I'm doing for now. But ministry mind. All these ones.
So before I take your final words, I want you to give me a freestyle on your new song. Maybe a line or two.
So I'm taking the chorus.
Okay.
It goes, favor me. Baba God favor me, you dey favor me, favor me.
Wow.
Baba God favor me, you dey favor me.
Favor me.
Baba God favor me, you dey favor me.
Wow. I like it already. So shout out to people.
Okay. First of all, my father, Reverend David. Then my godfather in music, Nhyira Wuda. Then to my boys in the ministry at church, Jude, Ken, my president, and Perez Chapel as a whole.
Finally, your last words to viewers.
It shouldn't be something that you are waiting to get something from.
Okay.
What I know is you have to sacrifice. So it's just the sacrifice out of it. Don't look at what is coming in. Fine, it will come. But you should just look at the sacrifice aspect. Let's give it to the world, because he said he gave it to us for free. So let's give it to the world for free. But it comes with it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm inspired. Okay, so you just heard from Kojo Wade, and he said we should learn to sacrifice. And he was on the Shark Me segment, and we got to hear, ask, and know and see more about Kojo Wade. So this is Wuddwek TV. We'll be back shortly.
He gave me a brand new life. He is the bread of life. He died on the cross to save my soul. Showed me a brand new way. Christ in me.
Hi, my name is Alexandra, and you'd like to always keep it locked with Wuddwek TV, and you will be blessed. You go watch some.
Wuddwek TV. You go watch some. Okay, so welcome back to Wuddwek TV, and right about now we are on the My Mind Show segment, and today I have gentlemen with me. We are going to talk about the topic gospel artists and not being paid after their performances. Okay, it's administration for gospel artists. So I have Patrick here with me.
Hello.
Oh, hello, just like that. So you've not missed me. Oh.
I have, and it's good to be back here.
You know, yeah, thank you. And I have Felix here as well. So Felix, tell me about yourself.
Okay, I'm Felix, sponsor.
Okay.
Probably are also part of my event. We do ticketing as well.
Okay.
So
okay.
I get
Events
to relate.
management.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So I get to relate with several artists.
Oh, okay.
Yes, on
Right.
different platforms. So
And Patrick?
nice coming to your show.
Oh, yeah, sure. Nice to see you as well. And Patrick.
Okay, so I am with NAT,
Right.
National Association of Teachers, and I also do a side business. So I'm a worker 8 to 5, and then I'm a businessman, privately.
Money maker.
Yeah.
Okay, so to our topic for today. So artists, gospel artists, tend to go for programs, and after that they are not paid. Some even say that they go with secular artists and they are paid and they are left out. So we are talking about this today. So Patrick,
Yes, madam.
do you think it is right for gospel artists to go for programs and not being paid?
Nhyira, gospel artists not being paid for their craft, I don't think it's right.
Your reasons?
My reasons are that, it's not easy to put in talent to bring out something, and then what you are doing is not recognized.
Okay.
In fact, it's not easy going to the studio to record. I don't think that these gospel artists, they go into the studio and they record for free.
No.
Even if it's a friend's studio, definitely you have to, give something. Probably you will not be charged as a studio is being charged, but maybe you have to give something. So when they are invited for program, and even the artist is not on a label or whatever, at least something should be given.
Okay.
Just to take care of. Probably the guy left his house and he did not fly to the place. Take transport and all that. So something must be given just to, say thank you to the artist. But to say that, gospel artists and it's the word of God, and Jesus said we should give it out for free. So,
of course.
So
I was about to say that actually. Your talent, give it freely.
Based on that. But the same Jesus said that the workman deserves his wages.
Okay.
All right? So if somebody has been invited to a program and a person has performed, and you like what the person did, even if you don't like it, once you have invited the person, you have to pay. So I think that the gospel artists must be paid just as all other artists are being paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's your take. Felix, yours?
Well, I support my brother.
Okay.
But then I also think there are two instances to this situation.
All right.
The first being a gospel artist who is being managed by the church. There are instances like that.
There are people like that.
People, yes, rise from fellowship straight through the choir, through a church singer.
Okay.
Then the church recognizes their capabilities and end up financing them.
Okay.
So they end up, doing their own music through the church, as well as the church also finances their song promotions, their productions and everything. So such person is actually indebted to the church in some way.
Okay.
So when the church calls you to come and perform at the event, how then do you charge?
Yeah.
You
I got your
understand?
point.
So that is a fair side of it. Now the second instance will be someone who probably has never had any support from the church. Even though the person is a gospel artist, the church has never supported the person in any way. The support the person had was either personal or through family and friends. Such person, obviously being a mainframe artist, will have a management, sort of. You get it? So if the person has a management, then obviously there is nothing like a free gig here. Because the management is the one footing all the bills, paying for production, promotion, running promos and all that. So the church can't call the person and tell, I want you to come and do an event for me and probably I'm giving it to you for free. Like you won't pay anything. It's kind of absurd. Okay. So these instances, I think we will need to categorize our mainstream gospel artists based on that.
What do you mean by mainstream?
Mainstream simply means there are a whole lot of gospel artists.
Okay.
You understand? There are some gospel artists that are not in the limelight yet. It doesn't mean they are not gospel artists. You get it? The mainstream gospel artists will be the ones that are quite renowned.
Okay.
Everywhere you know them, they are doing gigs and all that. Most of these mainstream artists are the ones complaining. Because with someone struggling from the church, obviously they do not complain. Because, for instance, if the person is an instrumentalist, the person learns these instrumentals through the church and all that. You get it. But then the very moment they become big, then obviously the church will need to come in and help them with that.
Okay. So looking at what you both said, it means performing or ministering at programs has now become a business, true or false?
Well, I won't say it's a business, because the reason why I won't say that is, you see, I'm taking it from two perspectives.
Okay.
It's being a business may be personal. You see, there will be a gospel artist, or there is likely to be a gospel artist who probably will reject any monetary funding from a church. These gospel artists may probably even go to a church, perform and won't take a dime, simply because the person's personal intuition tells him or her, you are doing evangelism. Why do you need to take money for it? That is personal. But then we need to realize that not every gospel artist will probably do that. Okay. You get it? So it being a business will come from the point of view of the gospel artist, not the church.
All right. So now these same gospel artists that are saying they are not being paid for their programs, sometimes you have a program, you call them and they're like, talk to my management and all that. It takes a very long process before you get a gospel artist. Why is it so, Patrick? Do you have any idea why it's like that?
Well,
sometimes I feel they think they've become too big to, be contacted, and you have to go through a very long process before you get them. Why is it like that?
Over the years, we have not given much respect to gospel artists in this country. So I think that the few that have been able to push through and then they are in the limelight, they feel so big at times.
Okay.
And so they crowd themselves with a lot of people, and so for you to get to them, it's very difficult. And I think that if we had paid much respect to them, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Most gospel artists would forget about where they are coming from. Some of them see themselves as the secular artists, especially when they become very big.
Yeah.
They forget that it is ministry and it's about Christ, and you have to deal with human beings the way Christ has taught us to, But sometimes they do forget that aspect, and they brand themselves in such a way that you could sense that it is solely business.
Yeah.
Solely business. So that
and
is
I
why
feel it shouldn't be so for gospel artists.
Yes, but that is a few. It's only a few, but most of them is business. Now it's business. It's only the ones that are trying to, get there. That they have that humble attitude, and whenever you call them, they are there on time and all that. Immediately they become big. It will take a lot for you to get them, and it's the system. It's the system. We have caused that. We have made our gospel artists to get to that point, and I am suggesting to them that they should take a second look at some of these things, because, like my brother said, most of them come from the church.
Yeah.
Yet when they become stars, they forget about the church. Even their own church will want them to be on a particular program, and they'll tell you, like, I'm booked for the whole year. So you cannot get me on that program. So I think they should take a second look at that. Right?
Okay. So I have this comments coming in from Ziggy on our WhatsApp group, and he's saying that why do churches and events organizers always want to take advantage of gospel artists? Do they think they are running a charity organization? Felix, are they running a charity organization?
Well, no. It's basically comes to the point I'm making. You understand? I mean, if you're a gospel artist, what name are you making for yourself?
Okay.
How is your management like? What before approaching a church or before going for an event in a church? How was your memorandum of understanding drafted? You understand?
So there are processes like that.
Exactly. If you are in a management, obviously they will need to deal with you through the management. And before the artist performs in the church, obviously the management will need to serve the church with a memorandum of understanding. Most of our presbyters and clergymen in churches don't have the patience to it. They think you are being pompous, if I should put it in, or you are being arrogant. And this is why our current gospel artists, most are not being paid in churches. You understand? The usual thank you after the church service.
Right.
So what I'm saying now is, if the church itself sees this gospel artists to be people that are probably full-time workers, they need to obviously pay for their makeup artists, pay for their clothing, pay management, the whole management is taking a fee, accessories and all that. This is a gospel artist. He or she needs to look good. You understand? And if you are not paying such artists these monies, obviously if you call me, I would give you excuses.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There is no way I'm going to turn up there.
Okay.
And also to add to what Felix said, the ones that the churches groom, like he said, there should be something tabled for them. That, look, we are grooming you, but when it gets to a point where you become that big and we call you for a program, we will pay you A, B, C, D. Let the artists get that straight from the beginning. Don't think that, everything is, like that. It's easy like that. Once we are the ones that groom you, anytime we call you, you must appear. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, because you are the one grooming, but when he becomes big, other people will come in.
Yeah.
And that is where the problem is. The artist realizes that the other people that have come in are bringing in more revenue than where he started from. So what will he or she do? He will just cut the church and then go his own way. But if you are grooming the artist and you let him know that, look, we are grooming you, yet when we become that big and we need you, we are going to pay. The artists will come, like my brother said, they invest in their craft, so we need to pay them back.
Yeah.
These pastors who are in our churches are being paid. My pastor is being paid. Every month he takes a salary.
Yeah,
so
even
why
though
would
they're working for God.
Yes, even though they are working for God. So why would a gospel artist come to the church perform and say thank you?
That is true.
It doesn't work.
Thank you. Okay, so in the meantime, we'll be going to take some views from the public. Enjoy.
I think that these people should be paid if they are coming to sing at a church, especially when they don't belong to the church. They should be given something to appreciate the gifts they have. Apart from that, if that's the only source of income, they should be paid. They are setting for some people, yes, it could be an opportunity, it could be a big platform, so they'll come, they'll not expect anything, and they'll just go just for publicity's sake. But I feel like whoever is inviting anybody to come and perform or minister in their church or wherever, you should give them something, pay them, then give them something, yes, to appreciate the gifts they have.
Looking at it from the business point of view, just like any venture or any business where people offer their products and services to be paid, then obviously it can be regarded from that angle. But then again, you consider the fact that gospel artists, or what they do, is also supposed to be administration. And for somebody who is ministering, normally we wouldn't have to consider a charge for it, because like the Bible instructs that freely have we received, freely do we give. So I think the question is to look at it the angle from which the person is coming, and at certain points too, the two may come to play. Yes, you are ministering all right, but the other aspect about it is that is what the person is also doing for a living. So for a case like that, well, depending on who is involved, then we can look at it as to what really matters in that case. So that is my take on it, I would say.
I think it's very, very important for the pastors or bishop to pay the gospel musician, because at the end of the day, that is what, I mean, that's their job. Without that money, they can't feed, they can't do anything. So I don't expect a gospel musician or a gospel artist to come and minister and then they say, oh, because it's a church and they don't need to give them money.
I feel it's also their profession. So just like you do the 8 to 5, they also do that. They are more or less like entrepreneurs in the church. So that's the gigs that they have. So I feel they should be paid as well. Yeah.
My name is Prophet Alexandra, Nhyira, a preacher and a gospel artist too. What we are talking about here is a very, very nice topic, and we need to address it the way it is. When it comes to a gospel artist ministering somewhere, or a pastor inviting you to his church, that gospel artist, or a singer as they call, needs to be taken good care of. Nothing is free now. Nothing is free. Coming out with an album, it takes a lot of money. And so in case maybe you've seen me on TV ministering, you heard my name on radio and you invited me, I did not get up one day and go to the radio or send my CD on the TV and they say they are playing it for free. So you did not see me on TV on free. So if you invite me, I think I deserve something good. You need to pay me. All right? You need to pay, because money, we use money for everything. You go to studio, you pay a lot of money. After that, you have to go to radio stations, go around. So it's not bad for a pastor inviting gospel artists, giving him or her very good money. You understand? And so when it comes to event organizers, if there's a program coming on and you come to me, you want to invite me, some of us, we know how we go about things, and some of them, we have producers, we have managers. You talk to my manager and maybe it's okay, give him 2,000 Ghana cedis. I deserve it. Give me 10,000 Ghana cedis. I deserve. Sometimes we don't move alone. I will come with my instrumentalists, my backers. After the program, I have to see to it. We order some Uber or taxi. You know, it's all about money. So all that I can say is that whatever we are doing now, you are inviting somebody, you need to pay the person, give the person a very good money. And I think it will help the kingdom. It's not a sin for a pastor inviting me to your church, giving me something good. You can't say thank you. I mean, thank you will not pay my TNT. Thank you will not pay my Uber. Thank you will not put fuel in my car that I brought. You understand? You say thank you, God bless you. Fine, I received the blessing. That is spiritual blessing. What about physical blessing? You need to bless me. I came with car, I came with my guys, and at the end of the day, I have to be giving them money. So I will say that now we need to change certain things, because you can't just invite me and come to your church, and after that you say thank you, God bless you, then bye-bye. No. Even that one is a sin. I said even that one is a sin. If somebody works for you, pay the person. And I know as you bless the person, God will bless you too. It's a blessing to be a blessing to somebody. I said it earlier, everything is money now.
Okay, so you heard from the public, and listening to most of them, you heard them say that gospel artists should be paid and organizers should stop the famanyame thing, you know. So, Patrick, relating to what our viewers said, the public said, I was thinking that we have music, right? Yeah. And it's for everybody, every genre of music in Ghana.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. So I was thinking that if that is the issue, there should be a different association for gospel artists. What do you think?
Well, I think musical has become the larger umbrella for all the artists. So I agree with you. I think that the gospel...
Because I think they are focusing more on the secular musicians.
Yeah. So the gospel artists themselves can, come together and form an association. In this country, you have the freedom to form an association. And when they are together like that, they can voice their concerns out. So that people will pay attention to them. But if it is only gospel artist A saying it, and then B also maybe next month says it, people will not take them serious. But if they are able to come, I don't know if there is one like that, but if there is not,
none that I know of.
Yes, if there is not, I think that it's time the gospel artists, come together to form Gospel Artists Association of Ghana or whatever.
Something similar.
Something like that. To voice their concerns, or let the event organizers and pastors or bishops who invite them to church to know that, look, we have invested in our craft, and so you need to appreciate, what the gift that we have. So I think I agree with you.
Okay, Mr. Felix.
Well,
my idea is not bad, right?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Actually, I also think same. I actually also think gospel artists should have a regulatory sort of body, which will undersee or foresee some of these things. You see, it appears most of these gospel artists are not even united compared to the secular music.
Right.
Because even in Ghana here, amongst the gospel artists, some will tell you, me, when I go to church, I don't charge. Because I'm ministering. I'm doing evangelism, so I don't charge. What they give me is probably for fuel and all those things. You see, when that thing becomes a norm, then it means the church will definitely go by it. But then if we should have a regulatory body, which is outside the church, you understand? Anytime the church is inviting a gospel artist for an event or something, or to perform, what they do is probably the management will channel their concerns through this regulatory body. They send a memorandum of understanding. You can't pay our artists less than 2,000 cedis, for instance.
Okay.
You understand? So then the person can say, okay, because I have a personal affiliation with this particular church, I will take them 1,000. You understand?
Okay.
There, the church will understand here. Even though we are giving you something, you are actually not taking something, if I should say it that way. Simply because, you are considering us and beating down the actual price. Here, it won't be business. You understand?
Okay.
But then it will be probably to give extra remunerations and all those things for the support the church has given you. because
just to motivate them.
Exactly. I think this is a particular reason why most of these young gospel artists will eventually turn out to become secular artists.
Yeah.
It's happening a lot.
These are probably some of the reasons why it will happen like that. So I think, yes, a regulatory body will be better to oversee all those things.
Okay, so I think this can be one of the solutions. So what other solutions do you have to this issue?
Okay, my other solution is that I think, it's because of the norm. There is a norm that if you are up and coming, then you are rather being given a platform to showcase what you have.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be paid. You are coming to show your craft, so we are giving you the platform, so you don't need to be paid. That thing is there. But as for the ones that are already head off, for them, they are supposed to be what? Paid. I think that we should start appreciating the up and coming artists, so that it will also be part of them, knowing that, look, we are already being appreciated. So even if I become that top artist, and this same church, when I was nothing, was appreciating me, calls me for a program, and even they don't give me like I'm supposed to receive as a big artist, they have been supportive all these years. So why not? But if this particular norm, in this case where when they are up and coming, zero, nothing. In fact, when they become big stars, you dare not call them and say you are paying less. Yeah. They will make sure that they take every penny, because when they were nobody, you didn't give them that. So I think that especially the churches, they should start appreciating up and coming artists. Because
even VGMA, they have a category for Discovery of the Year, right?
Right, yeah.
And that is for secular people. I think if they should do that also for gospel artists, it will be very appreciating. Don't you think so?
Unfortunately, the gospel artists do not make it to.
Exactly.
Even the nominations.
That is it. They just have gospel artists of the year.
It's open for all, but unfortunately, the up and coming gospel artists don't get to even get the nomination. It's only the secular ones.
Sad. I want to cry, Felix. I want to cry. What do you have to say?
It's really sad. That is why I want the management of these artists to be very strict on their policies. Yeah, it is true. At times, if you are managing an artist, then that artist is probably married to a pastor. And the pastor's church is doing an event and they want you there. I mean, the management probably won't have much say in what the pastor's wife will do. You get my point?
Yeah.
Because the pastor is married to the artist, he can just choose to use the artist for his event anytime. But then if this management is quite stern, you understand, it's quite strict, then some of these things will go out of church, such that because the management is a different regulatory body aside the church, everything which happens in the church will need to be channeled through the management before getting to the artist. It won't necessarily be the artist's own personal opinion. Okay. You understand? So yes, a strong management. And aside that, I won't blame the churches, because funding or helping someone for a very long time and eventually the person comes and is charging you for huge sums. You understand? That is quite also frustrating. However, we also like to indulge these churches to also at least reason with them. They are coming, that is the job they are doing. They need a whole lot of staffs to take care of. These incentives or these payments are what is going to see them through. This payment should be able to motivate them to even do bigger things. You understand?
Okay. So, in wrapping up, in an instance where I'm a gospel artist and I go for this program and they decide to pay me 4,000, I go here and they decide to pay me 6,000. Do you think the money they are paying me, as in its fatness, let me put it that way, do you think that will inspire or motivate how I sing, how I perform at the program?
Well, we are talking about gospel music, so as a gospel artist, you should not forget who you are.
Okay.
It shouldn't be all about the money, because on stage when
But
you are singing,
like that,
you are ministering. It is not showbiz.
Okay.
You understand? And so if you have that in mind, the money will not be of too much of motivation of how you perform. Whether it is 1,000, whether it is 2,000, how you minister for Holy Ghost or to descend should be the same.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't think that as a gospel artist, it should be money motivated. It should be about your relationship with God and how you want people to come to God through your music. So it's not like I come to show A, they are paying me 4,000, so that one day I'll sing some way. But when I go to show B and it is 6,000, then I will make sure that everybody falls down. It shouldn't be about that.
No, but Felix, don't you think that the ministration or the performance of the artist is something that would help him sell himself? So if I go and they pay me 6,000, I'm like, I'll do it well, but 4,000, I won't do it well. Is it something bad on the side of the artist? Do you get my question?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You see, the problem here is that a gospel artist is not just an artist. Here we are dwelling on spirituality. You get it. And like my brother said, when it comes to religious things, when it comes to spirituality, we normally don't, try to compare it with money. You get it. Someone probably may not take anything, but perform to the fullest. You understand? But my problem is, even within the church, the young people coming up, if they get to find out, oh yeah, you're taking 6,000, you understand? I'm an aspiring gospel artist. That will also boost me to also get there.
Because some people coming up actually are taking it like gospel artist, gospel musician is my business. That is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So if you're not being paid, how do you eat?
Yeah, there is a business side of it anyway, like you are saying. But then the business side, for me, I think the business side shouldn't really relate to what is happening in the church.
Okay.
For instance, if we are having a general event and we want you, the gospel artist, to come and do an opening for the event, you get to create that atmosphere of worship for a while till the secular artists come on. Yeah, that is business.
All right.
You understand? But when the person, like we are saying, maybe in a church, and the pastor is doing like an impartation, and you are asked to come and sing, and you are thinking about the money, then obviously you are going wayward.
Okay. So I think you should add your last words to that. What do you have to say?
So yes, I think,
mainly to gospel artists.
I think gospel artists are very vital in our society. Gospel artists should be seen like the preachers, because even the Bible said it. Say, right? And that is obianenide. So I feel if they are ministering, if they are able to sing for you to feel it, for you to, receive the Holy Spirit, for you to feel, the spirituality, then obviously you should also compensate them as well for their talent, for the good things they are doing.
All right, thank you. Patrick?
Okay, so my last words, I want to say this to the churches.
Okay.
Sometimes when they are organizing programs, they intentionally add certain gospel artists to it, just to push the numbers that will attend the program.
Yeah, it happens all
and when the numbers go up, the offertory goes up.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes the churches do that. Yeah. They have business in their mind.
Okay.
They want to improve attendance, and when attendance goes up, it means that money goes up. So why will these gospel artists come and you want to be like, take one a Vitamilk paper drink and biscuits and some bottled water. You don't do that. So
and thank you for coming.
And thank you for coming. God bless you. That thing must stop. So these churches should, compensate our gospel artists, like you said, and make sure that when they, give them monies like that, they can also put it back in their craft, so that the artists, the gospel artists, can compete with the secular ones. Because look, they have already taken. The secular artists have already taken over.
The gospel artists are far behind.
They are far behind, and yet our preachers, that is the pastors, and don't want to pay these guys. How do they compete with these guys out there? So they should try and then pay our gospel artists, so that the fraternity will go wide.
Okay, so Patrick, thank you so much for coming. Felix,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so that was my Mindful segment on gospel artists not being paid. So we had Patrick and Felix helping us talk about this topic, and straight to our next segment, Rap Pill Cypher. My favorite, got to sing, rap, dance, We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's your boy Abstainer for the Lord now, and you are watching Wuddwek TV. You go watch.
Okay, so welcome back to Wuddwek TV, and right now we're about starting with the Rap Pills Cypher. And today I have with me in the studios Abdul, Rasheed, who is going to give us a freestyle, and the beat he's going to use to rap is from Jason Music. So if you want to work with him or you want him to give you a beat, just contact the numbers on your screen. So we are now starting with Abdul Rasheed, who's going to give us a freestyle. I'll be rapping along, so stay tuned.
Yeah, got soldier. Yeah. I'm sitting in my closet, asking myself questions like how many times have I pleased my savior with my life and as the craft he gave to me? Have I given back to him, or do I use it as a corny way to make the latest trip? Hey, no, soldier bro, I'm off guard in my hustle, yo. I've been on my grind for a long time though. TD told you that a young shall grow. No jokes, you can see that the scars are old. Venezuela's from the east to the south and the coast, white flags in the sky for the king of the oh yeah, hold me, let's go. I've been on my grind for half a decade. People asking me, Rush, how you made it? And I told them that it doesn't make sense, but you gotta have it just to make sense. Hold me, now become my gifty beat is dope, and I'm about to slip, no joking. Yeah, I know, but I don't care though. Say more rebel, but Christ is a master. Hey, yo, cool down. My aim for the fame of the kingdom, doing this for the king that will soon come. And of course, this line that we glow on now. Lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep the secret deep, but I believe I got a crown. I never with G to the O's to the D soldier. Let's go. Yeah, got soldier. Yo, yeah, listen, yeah, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. The people that love you and hate you are all the same. You should pray for them. The yoke shall be broken because of the anointing, and that is the promise of God, and is lifting up all the curses from the brethren. We free as the ocean wind. God is your strength, Lord is your fortress. He is your refuge in times of your palace. He is the one that will shut up the devil and tell him that no, these are my children. Yeah. Check out the holes in my hands, my brother. Check out the bruise in my back, my brother. Check out the marks on my face and the scars on my feet, and you know it's me, my brother. I came to die so you can live. They took my breath so you can breathe. I am the king of the Jews and the king of the whole wide world from now to the end. I am the lamb that was slain for a sick. I am the light that was made for a sick. I am that I am. Stick to my script and I'll be with you to the end of time. So long as I reign, it can't be true, cause it can't be me, but it can be you, cause the guts are me. I'm obeyed by the deaf and the lame and the sea, and you are my rock to the whole wide sea. Let's face that real fact. Turn your back to the cross and you see that he's a king, he's a boss. He died on the cross and he rose on the third day. Who's that? Let's face the real fact. Turn your back to the cross and you see that he's a king, he's a boss. He died on the cross and you know Jesus Christ, that's his name. He's coming back. Get prepared. Got soldier. Shouts to Playful Music. Shouts to Wuddwek TV. Everybody here. Yeah.
See, I'm not rapping. Shit. Okay, so thank you so much, Rasheed, for coming. I wish I could rap, but really, I'll come for lessons. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that was Rap Pills Cypher segment with Rasheed, and he gave us some flows, freestyles. I wish I could rap, but it wasn't coming. Next time I'll surprise you, don't worry. So this has been Wuddwek TV with me, Serwaa and Nhyira, and we had the Shock Me with Kojo, and we had My Mind, where we talked about gospel artists not being paid for performances or ministrations, and lastly we had Rasheed, on Rap Pills Cypher. So this has been Wuddwek TV. I hope you enjoyed this episode. My name once again is Adwoa, Serwaa and Nhyira Debrah. I hope to see you soon. Bye. Wuddwek TV. You go outside.